Okay, I know, you guys are probably gonna think this video is gonna be about the 6-inch Black Series being the best Star Wars line out right now. It's pretty good. This Princess Leia is a legitimately good figure. It's nice and posable and articulated, and I can pretty much do most of what I want with it. The likeness could be a little bit better, and I'm not gonna bother with the corrected version because I think mine looks pretty fine. However, it's something where, yeah, it's nice. However, the scale doesn't really bring me back to what I love about Star Wars. What I love about Star Wars is the 3 3/4 inch scale. This is a scale I grew up with. This is the Star Wars scale. They revolutionized it. And I don't get the nostalgic click with these. I don't buy one of these figures and think, oh yeah, I can just see Princess Leia doing those things that she did in the movie. I just can't, because it doesn't click. It's too alien for me. It's a really weird thing. I've always struggled to pinpoint why the Black Series just doesn't do it for me. While they are objectively good figures, subjectively for me, it's just a line that doesn't do it. I've let go of some of my 6-inch Black Series figures, actually, and it's something where I usually keep all of my figures I own, but something about this line, I just don't feel the connection like I did with the 3 3/4 inch line when it was still around. I mean, yeah, it's still around, but it's just 5 POA now. And while these figures are good, it's something where they're not great. I don't look at this Orson Krennic and think, oh my god, this is a great figure. It can't do anything. He stands there and he can turn his head. Whoa, that's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, the glory days are kind of gone, and while we do have very nice 3 3/4 inch figures in the Walmart line, this Rey being probably one of the best ones, her and the Death Trooper are probably the best, it's something where, yeah, this line is great and all, but they're so impossible to find, and they're a little overpriced for what they are, and there's some QC issues with some of them, and likenesses aren't that great, where I can't really say this is the best line out right now for Star Wars in general. So, I mentioned that the 3 3/4 inch scale is the classic scale, right? Well, there's another classic scale, 1/6. And I feel like the current Disney Premium Elite Series 1/6 scale figures, or 10-inch, I mean, some are kind of 1/6, some are kind of their own thing. The scale's really weird in this line. I feel like this is one of the best Star Wars action figure lines out there in the market right now for affordable prices in Western retailers. I mean, yeah, there's Hot Toys and there's Figuarts and all that. They're not affordable. I'm just gonna say that right now. They're not affordable like these are. This, for all the articulation you get, for all the double jointed knees and bicep swivels and double jointed elbows and crazy import like wrists, and all the nice detail and accessories, these retail, for 35 bucks, and currently Disney has them down to 17. 17 bucks for this and 20 bucks for this. Yeah, that's quite the difference, even with the whole details and the appearances. And yeah, they pretty much come with the same accessories. However, the likeness is better on this one, and yeah, while it does have the real hair, it's more premium. It's in the name. And it's something where I feel like this line is just nailing it. It's really bringing me back to what I love about Star Wars collecting. I look at this figure and I just see, yeah, it's an action figure of Princess Leia. Yeah. I look at this, and I actually, believe it or not, bought the Hasbro 12-inch R2-D2 because I didn't have a 1/6 scale R2 yet, and I pose them together because it reminds me of the scenes. It reminds me of what I love about Star Wars collecting, the whole dioramas and thinking back to the films and starting your own adventures with them. That's what it's all about. With 6-inch Black Series, the most I've ever really seen out of them is just some toy photography, and it's, yeah, I can see how it might do it for other people, but the scale is just too alien for me to really get into as a good Star Wars figure line. It's a good figure line, but I don't know if it's a good Star Wars figure line. And this Disney line is just really bringing me back. If there's something I've been wanting Hasbro to bring back even more than TVC, it was the articulated 1/6 scale figure lines, because they even made those like 5 POA kind of trashy things. And Disney Premium Elite Series brought back what I wanted. I only have 3 figures from this line right now. However, I am just so blown away by them. I might end up with the entire line if they stick to this $17 price. It's something where this retailed for 20 bucks. This little Rey, and then you have this nice Rey with the backpack, with the staff, alternate hands, the lightsaber, the gun Han Solo gave her. All that for 17 bucks. And this just comes with BB-8 and the staff. Yeah, it comes with BB-8, but it has like no paint on it, and the likeness is a little questionable, if not the hair being better because it's sculpted. Yeah, the hair is kind of a point of contention. You may think, oh, it makes them look more doll-like. They don't really feel like action figures. And honestly, action figures are dolls. Get over it. I think it benefits them because it's something Hasbro did. It's something Kenner did. It kind of calls back to the old 1/6 lines by Hasbro. And this line doesn't really call back to anything. It's its own thing. And yeah, I like 6-inch Black Series figures. However, this Krennic, like, I can't really do what I want to do with him. Like, I love his pose when he was saying, oh, it's so beautiful, and I can't get him to do that because they like sticking to these single jointed elbows, and like they're not even as good on the 6-inch figures as they are on the 3 3/4 inch. I don't get it. However, with this Premium Elite Series line, I can get Orson Krennic in that pose. And he does look like Orson Krennic from the movie. I see this figure and I imagine Ben Mendelsohn saying those epic lines and having just such a great character. It's fantastic. And yes, once again, the hair was an issue for this figure. The tone wasn't really proper. So I went ahead and painted some gray. If you want more closer pictures, check out my Instagram. It's great. This line is just great. It brings me back. It's like TVC got resurrected, but it wasn't TVC. It's something different. I love this line. It's my favorite Star Wars figure line out right now, hands down. My second being the Walmart line, if they're actually obtainable. I'm looking at you, Shore Trooper and Cassian Andor. But it's something where I look at these and they just make me feel good. I look at my 6-inch Black Series shelf and I'm like, yeah, they're good figures. I don't look at Luke Skywalker and think back to the movie. I just see a 1/12 scale Luke Skywalker figure. It's something where I say it's something where a lot, and it's pretty funny, isn't it? No one's called me out on it yet. I should probably stop saying that, but anyways, I love this line, and it really brings me back. I was very, very disappointed in what Hasbro showed for the 40th anniversary. Star Wars Fan Tommy made some pretty good videos talking about that if you want to check those out.
Hasbro lost all its credibility.
When Hasbro just isn't performing and isn't delivering, Disney does. And I get a lot of comments saying that Disney is responsible for 5POA. However, Hasbro started lowering the articulation before Disney bought them. It was inevitable. They probably would have done it anyway. I don't blame Disney for the 5POA line. There's no evidence for it. It's just not there. It's something where the toy industry is kind of, they had a recession and they had to cut back, and now that oil prices are lower again, oh, figures can get better, right? Like, look at these. They're only charging about 20 bucks per figure in this line. But nope, apparently figures still need to be crap because wanna know why? They can charge prices for these that are a little too high, and people are still going to scarf them up, like this little idiot over here behind the camera. They're going to scarf them up because they want the figures. They don't need to be good, they just need to be out there. And that's a really big shame with Hasbro Star Wars 3 3/4 inch nowadays. They know that people will gobble them up, just like 6-inch. Oh, look at this character in 6-inch, they'll gobble them up, right? Yeah, a lot of people will, and I have. Something where I need to get some self-control and look at these things and see figures that I want and figures that are good and bring me back to Star Wars. Maybe one day we'll get back to the good days, and I feel like these are a step closer back to the good old days. Well, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed taking a look at this video and these figures. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook and Instagram pages if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and as always, Deploy the garrison!